Greetings, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Travel. And I'm Pat Hand. For those of you who don't know, actually, for those of you, if you do know, I'm still Pat Hand. And with me is my trusty sidekick, Kevin Gregg, our marketing director. And we're here today. We're going to do something that we kind of like to do periodically. We just kind of have a number of questions that people have asked that we thought it might be of general interest to other people. So we thought we would just answer those questions. How are you this morning, Kevin, or this afternoon?
I'm doing fine, whatever time of day it is.
Whatever it is. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I'm doing well, and yeah, I'm excited about. We have so many great friends and clients, and we get lots of questions and comments from the various different social media outlets that we use, and from our email. And so I thought, hey, it's kind of a cool idea that we can maybe answer some of these questions because many people probably have the same questions.
absolutely. If one person's asking, and there's probably half a dozen more who are wondering. So
Yep.
good idea to
Well,
just get them out there.
I printed some up, Pat, so let me dig those up and I'll just read them off to
Okay.
you. And
Okay. Hopefully you don't stump the travel agent here.
yeah, yeah, that's my goal.
Okay.
Uh, Here's one. It says, "Hi, Pat and Kevin. I know things have been slow for the travel industry, and I hope Dancing Moon Travel is able to weather the storm. Have you actually been able to do any bookings at all? All my best during the holiday season. Augustine?
Okay.
August? Yeah,
Hey. Hey, good. I'm glad you asked. Yeah, things have been really, it's been tough for the travel industry just across the board. Anybody who's anywhere in the travel industry, it's been challenging, and cancellations are still coming in because things haven't opened up, and so some people are uh, coming in with some cancellations even now because the first quarter is looking a little shaky for Europe and for the cruise industry. So, but yes, we have been able to do some bookings. Actually, I have clients right now in Punta Cana. They just arrived yesterday, so I haven't really heard anything back from them. But we had clients who were in Punta Cana a couple of weeks ago. And we had clients who visited one of the Secrets resorts in the Cancun area about that same time. So people are able to travel. We have done a few bookings lately, and it's going well. These destinations. When I talk about Cancun and Punta Cana, that's Dominican Republic for those of you who may not be familiar with that destination. But they have uh, a what's the safety seal from the World Travel and Tourism Council that was developed with them. The feedback that we have gotten from clients who went there, they felt incredibly safe. They really have the occupancy rates down under 50%. So the social distancing is great. Now there are some limitations sometimes on what the number of activities is. They aren't running wide open, full menu of services. Well, services, yes, but activities is where you might see some cutbacks because they just don't have everything running wide open, and some of it for social distancing they kind of need to do that. But the service and the food and the overall experience, if you want to get away, you can get away safely and enjoy a wonderful destination and a beautiful beachfront all-inclusive resort. That's what I'd recommend to those of you who want to get away. And there are some really, really great values for those particular trips right now. So I hope
okay.
I answered that question.
Yeah, August, and I apologize if I pronounced the name wrong. Augustine, I hope that answered your question. Um, and and for people like Pat said, she's ready to help you book a vacation. And
Boy,
we're
am I
running the
ready.
phone number and email down below. So just make a note and give Pat a call. She's sitting there waiting.
Yeah, love
Okay,
to book your next trip.
let me go to another one here. This one was addressed to me,
Ah,
but I'll let you answer it.
thanks, Kevin.
Hey Kev, I was hoping to have joined your small group tour of Ireland that was scheduled for September 2019. What do you think about travel to Europe right now? What are you hearing about that? Will you be planning another Ireland tour? Catch you later, Don. I can
Okay,
pronounce Don's name, no
Don, very
problem.
good. Well, Don, uh, you know, funny you should ask this question. First, let's start off with Ireland. We are planning where we have, I think it's October 2nd off the top of my head, that we're planning a small group tour, very similar to what we did last year in 2019. And it's going to be great. And with the vaccine and everything that's going on, we expect that tour to go forward. So it's that is a go if you're interested, and free to go in first week of October of 2021.
I'll
We
be I'll be posting some information about that on Facebook and things coming soon.
excellent. All right, very good. And Europe, there is good news on the horizon for Europe. There are some initiatives going on that involve testing and testing sometimes during the trip, depending. There's about 3 different initiatives that are out there being polished. And the Common Pass is one of those that I really like, where it's kind of a almost like a health passport situation that you have for international travel that you're able to get. So they're working on these. There's several initiatives. There's a glimmer of hope on the horizon that we're going to see Europe beginning to open up soon. And with the vaccine on the horizon, I think by second quarter, definitely by midsummer and on through the rest of the year, that we're going to see travel very much available and open for business in Europe. So yes, we're progress.
Well, I'm in Ireland, as some of you know, uh, and so Ireland has been told that we may get the vaccine fairly soon. UK, from what I've heard this morning on the BBC, they think they may be one of the first countries to get the vaccine here. So, things are ramping up and things are looking positive in that regard.
They here in the U.S. as well, the vaccines. I understand that several of the manufacturers have already got it distributed to key points in the U.S. So as soon as the CDC gives them clearance, they are ready to hit the ground running and start rolling that out. And so those of you who are interested in taking a vaccine, watch out, because I will knock you down getting to the front of the line on that one.
All right. I hope that answered Don's question, and I hope, Don, that you do come to Ireland and see me in September or October. Uh, Sorry, I should have these organized. Um, Pat, I sure miss my cruises. Are there any new cruise ships I haven't been on yet that will be sailing out of Miami that I can maybe look at for 2021? What's new on the horizon? Your friend Mamie.
Oh, well, Mamie, good to hear from you. Well, uh, actually, let's talk about the horizon. That's one you haven't been on yet. It's one of Carnival's newest ships. It's going to be sailing out of Miami. It's expected to be one of the very first ships to sail in the entire cruise industry. Carnival is kind of in the in the trade here. We're kind of speculating they're going to be the first to sail. Hitting. Of course, we have MSC also that is already sailing over in Europe, and they'll be doing some sailings here too. But Carnival is kind of thought that it's going to be the first to sail, and Horizon is one of the first ships. It's going to be sailing out of Miami. I did a short sailing on them back in her inaugural year. Beautiful, beautiful ships. And for those of you who maybe turn your nose up at Carnival, just don't do that, folks. The newer ships with Carnival, they've scuttled several of their older ships in that fantasy class that were small and unimpressive. Some of those have just gone. They've taken this time to just uh, send some of them to the scrapyard. They were they kept them up beautifully, but they just didn't have the wow factor. So they're taking this as an opportunity to refresh their fleet. But their new ships can go toe to toe with any of the premium ships. Really, food is great, service is great. So, if you've always hesitated to sail Carnival, if you snag one of those large ships, let's talk about it. You might be a better candidate for one of their sailings than you think. But look for the Carnival Horizon. They're going to be sailing out of Port Canaveral also in Florida. Those are going to be the first two ports. We feel very confident in saying that. So it won't be long now, folks. We're February. We're figuring.
Is Horizon one of the big mega ships?
Horizon is one of their newest mega ships. She's a big vessel. Entertainment was fabulous. Food was very good. Service, ship is beautiful, and they have this thing in the thing. I don't know what to call it. It's almost like a living sculpture sort of thing in their atrium. I could sit there and watch it for hours. It just constantly changes and evolves. I'm easily entertained, so I loved it.
What are they going to? The Western Caribbean?
They'll be sailing. Okay, folks, don't expect anything over 7 nights for let's say the foreseeable future. It's going to be at least the fourth quarter, in my estimation, before we see anything over 7 nights. So you can expect to do Eastern or Western Caribbean for your sailings right now. Nothing. The longer sailings, the Southern Caribbean out of like Fort Lauderdale and Miami and Panama Canal. Those things, they're on hold. They're not going to happen for. I would say third quarter, maybe fourth quarter. It would be more likely, in my estimation, for that to happen. So,
okay,
7 nights and less.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay, Kevin. So far, so good. I'm doing okay.
Yeah, so far you're batting 100 or 1,000.
1,000.
You're batting 1,000.
Okay.
I'm batting 100 reading these things. Yeah, so I thought it was kind of funny. Made me ask what's new on the horizon, and it actually. I wonder if she knew that.
Play on words.
Dear Pat and Kevin, I hope you're both doing well. Other than the extra safety and security plans that are being implemented, I think some cruise lines may have to rethink how they're doing business to recover from this mess. Are you aware of some of the cruise lines maybe making some major changes in the way they do business? Your friend Robert.
Okay, Robert, I don't know which Robert this is, but Robert, we're glad for the question. And oh boy, the cruise lines, I mean, they are changing a lot of things just right out of the bat. And this is across the board. They have a total of, most of them have signed on to 74 separate protocols. So there are a huge array of changes that are happening just in order to sail and in order to sail safely. So lots of changes across the board. But I think what Robert may be aiming at is any, kind of a model change. And there's one that's really big that it just came out in the last few days. And I'm really excited about this. Celebrity Cruise Lines, which is a kind of an upper premium. They've always gone by modern luxury, is kind of their tagline, has been for some time now. But they have beautiful, beautiful ships. They have some very new ships, the Edge and the Apex, that we were actually supposed to sail on a sailing with that to just check it out, and that of course got canceled. But uh, they have incredibly beautiful ships, and they are changing their entire model. This is a huge change for them. Kevin, is one of the things that people sometimes are unhappy about with cruises is they kind of get on board. We try to explain to them that it is very inclusive, not technically all inclusive, but some people really are unhappy when they find out that there's things they have to pay for that and we try to keep our clients informed so their expectations are set appropriately. But uh, things like beverages, sodas, even, the gratuities and all that. They just feel like they're being nickeled and dimed sometimes when people who aren't accustomed to cruising and they get on board. But Celebrity is taking that to a whole different level, and they are going to be all included all the time. They are rolling in the standard beverage package, and that includes your alcoholic drinks, wine by the glass, beer, sodas, specialty coffees, teas, things like that. They're all going to be included. Then they have the Wi-Fi is going to be included. And that can run into some money. People want to be connected these days. Before a few years ago, they wanted to get away, and now they just they want to be connected. So that is huge. And gratuities. No more will you have that bill for your daily gratuities at the end of your cruise. So all of those things rolled into your package, and that is for every used to, if you've booked a suite, you get that kind of stuff, but now it's all stateroom categories. So if you book the lowest priced interior stateroom on a Celebrity ship, you are going to get your beverage package, you're going to get your Wi-Fi, you're going to have your gratuities all included in that one fare. So very simple pricing. I expect this is going to be very popular. They particularly are looking at the millennials, who are kind of an underserved uh, demographic in the cruise industry. And they're a great fit for cruising. They're going to love cruising. A lot of them haven't yet been there, and so this is just a move. That Celebrity is definitely targeting that demographic and wanting to attract them. They think they are going to really be a great market, and they will be a great fit for the Celebrity experience, which is kind of contemporary, upscale, some of the best cuisine at sea. So the millennials who like, they like their food, and they like their they're not adverse to a good party and having a drink now and then. And one of the questions I've gotten from somebody already, and so I'll just answer this one along with with Robert's other questions, but you can upgrade your drink package. If you want the premium, you are one of these people that you have your preferred brands of liquor. You want your Grey Goose or whatever it is. I'm not up on all of that, but if you have preferred brands and you just don't want the what the bar normally serves, you can upgrade that, and it's very reasonable. I think it's something like $12 per person per day to upgrade to the premium. So, about $85, give or take, per person to upgrade to have your preferred brands of the more premium brand liquors as
Well,
well.
this really sounds like a dramatic change for Celebrity, and just last week we were talking with a luxury cruise line, Regent Seven Seas, and that sounds very similar in some regard to what they do. That they
Yeah,
offered a drink package, they offered the gratuities. Now they have other things too, like shore excursions and stuff. But
right.
it's I like that business plan. And I think our friend Jan likes
Oh,
Celebrity.
Jan Jan definitely she sails. They sail. Hey Jan, they do sail of Celebrity a good bit of the time. We actually have a booking for her for. I think it's Alaska that's going to go. She that she's going to do Alaska, and I think that's Celebrity, just off the top of my head. But yeah, we have a lot of clients who sail Celebrity and nothing but. So they're going to love this. And I think other cruise lines will be closely monitoring the success of this program. So stay tuned, folks. We'll keep you posted on what we see and if this catches on with the other cruise lines. I think it could be a real, a trendsetter. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. I I I would be excited about looking into it. Okay, I think we got time for maybe two more, Pat.
Looks like it to me. Yeah.
Um, hey Pat, I love those travel shorts, those segments that you do on Facebook. I like getting information about what's going on in the travel world in less than 5 minutes, and Travel Shorts does it. The other day on Travel Shorts, you mentioned something about a Carnival Christmas card. Um, is it too late for me to participate?
Absolutely, you still can. I mean, we're just talking. It is just around the corner. It is December 3rd. You have to have your cards into them by December 3rd. And I love this program. John Held, who is their kind of their brand ambassador. He's the senior cruise director for Carnival and a big blogger for them. But he kind of this is his brainchild. He just came up with this idea. They have a lot of crew on these ships that I mean, they're just out there. They have to maintain the ships. There are things that have to be done. Services that they have to keep doing on these ships, regardless of where they have passengers. And it's a challenge because you've got these crew out there and their lives are just turned upside down. They're used to having passengers on board. They love interacting with the passengers and getting to know people. So this is a way that you can kind of greet people and thank them for what they're doing and kind of give them just some encouragement. I don't know that I have. I thought I had put that Carnival information here in my stack of stuff that I was looking at last night. So I'm kind of digging through here,
Well,
trying to find out.
Pat,
But they can just shoot me an email. But you need to get those cards out. You can mail them to Carnival Corporation right there in Miami. Has to be just a card, no gifts, no packages, just a card.
all they got to do is go to our Facebook page and look for the travel shorts. It's
Okay.
only 4 minutes long, and the address is given on there.
Right, right. It's there
But
in Miami on Northwest something or other. So,
Northwest 85th Street, I think. I
yeah,
don't remember. But all the information is there on Just Shorts. Um, now, today is the 1st of December, and the deadline is the 3rd,
yeah.
right?
So people
So,
are
I
going
mean,
to need to overnight if you want to participate. I know I bought a whole box of cards and just put them in a Manila envelope and just address them but you can get that information. It's on our vacation shorts, or you can just reach out to us and I can give you the information. I actually thought I had it handy here, but I don't see it. So I
yeah.
apologize that I don't have it right here in at my desk.
Well, there's a strike against you.
There it is.
All right. And then one last question here. Sorry, my ear fell out.
Uh-oh.
Uh, hey guys, as you know, we had to cancel 2 cruises this year, and we need to get away. What's the latest update about cruises sailing from U.S. ports? And what is the CDC up to these days? Roger and Pam. P.S. I love how I love how you refer to the CDC as the Center to Discourage Cruising. So clever and unfortunately so true.
Boy, is it ever. Man. Um, well, y- first of all, let me just say it now is a good time to book cruises. If you want to book short getaways for, say, March and after, feel very, very confident that anything of 7 days or less, we should be able to find you a cruise. So now is a decent time to actually be booking a cruise, and there's some great promotions out there, great holiday promotions. So give the gift of travel, for goodness sakes. It's who doesn't want to have something to look forward to after everything we've been through this year. So enough of that little commercial. The CDC. This is one of my favorite topics. This is the most absurd thing they have done yet, in my opinion. They raised the warning level on cruises just a few days ago up to level 4, where it had been at level 3, advising U.S. Residents not to cruise at all. Now, yeah, please, folks, I mean, nothing is sailing from the U.S. ports until at least February. Nothing. People from the U.S. cannot access a cruise until February at the earliest. You cannot fly into Europe and pick up one of those sailings in Europe because Europe is closed. So, folks, other than just displaying their gross antithesis toward the cruise lines, what is the point of issuing this warning? Do I sound disturbed? I am so over
You
this.
are disturbed, Pat.
I am disturbed. If I could join a class action lawsuit, I would be so happy to do that. I really think that ASTA or CLIA or somebody needs to file suit against them. This law, uh, their attitude toward the cruise lines uh, has always been a problem, and it long predates this pandemic. So it has been an issue for a long, long time. And at this point, I feel like this so clearly illustrates their just this their desire to just kind of do this to the cruise line, and rub things in. I really think that somebody needs to rein them in at this point in time. This is just clearly going a step too far because it's ridiculous. I mean, there's
Well,
no point at this time.
you mentioned ASTA and CLIA. What are
Oh,
those travel organizations?
uh,
I'm pretty sure they are, but
ASTA is the American Society of Travel Agents, and CLIA is the Cruise Lines International
okay.
Association. And Dancing Moon Travel, we're members of both organizations, and they are both just big. They are always working with uh, all of the cruise lines, with the government and all the governmental entities that are involved. So they are the big associations for the travel agent community. Uh, they do a lot in the travel industry. So, but I really think that it's time for them to raise up and uh, call them on this, because it is beyond absurd, in my humble opinion.
Well, I want to thank Augustine and who else did we have? We had Don, Robert, Roger, and
Mamie,
Pam. Pardon me,
did we have Mamie? Was it Mamie?
Mamie. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you all for your questions, and everyone else. Feel free to shoot us, an email, call Pat, post something on Facebook. We're here really not doing much. Uh, So yeah, send us questions, and we would be happy to help you out. We'll be happy to try and help you book your next vacation wherever it may be uh, for 2021. Um, and
And beyond.
mentioning, yeah, and mentioning good deals right now. I saw something from the Carnival CEO who uh, he was interviewed just the other day, and he said once things start opening up, that because of the demand being so pent up, he said, do not expect any great pricing deals to come along in 2021. So, but they are there now.
Right. I really, I really encourage people, if you want to snag a deal, it uh, the idea lives on that if I wait till the last minute, I can snag a deal. Folks, that has been over. It's been several years. That is definitely old news. You don't do that now because it is very unusual to get your best a good deal by waiting to the last minute. Now your best deals are striking while the iron is hot. At launch time, usually these days is when you get your best deals, the best pricing, and definitely when things start opening up, you can expect that the fares are going to definitely take a jump because people are holding back. They're not quite ready to book yet. If you're smart, you will book and be one of those people that have your pricing locked in early on. That's just I don't think that's just speculation. I think that is pretty good advice on what's going to happen because I expect that the pricing on cruises as when things start to open up, it's going to take a big jump. That's my forecast.
All right. Well, very good. Thank you very much, Pat. And I know next Tuesday, we've got someone that I think people are going to be interested in if they like to drink wine.
Oh yes, we have Larry Davis is going to be with us from the Champagne Tour Company, talking about the finest wines in the world, the French champagnes. They actually, well, they do something very unique. They do private tours. You can do anything from a half day to 3 or 4 day packages with them, and so we're going to be talking to them and about what they offer. And if you love wines, if you love a glass of champagne for your celebrations, you don't want to miss when we talk to Larry. He's going to be amazing.
Okay, excellent. Very good. Well, thank you very much. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.